27 Storm Track weather with Chief Meteorologist Cameron Hopman.
Well, we're still tracking some of that shower and thunderstorm activity, though thankfully any threat of severe weather has now subsided. What we need to be concerned about now is the likelihood of flooding. And what we're dealing with, these showers and storms essentially sitting relatively stable and stationary across the areas of southern Wisconsin right now. You can see the areas just south of Reedsburg, Portage, out towards Elba, out towards Hartford. This rain has not moved, and unfortunately that is going to contribute to that threat of localized flooding in those areas. So be mindful of that. Early tomorrow morning, you may hit the road, come across one of those roadways covered with water still, turn around, don't drown. You know the saying. Might sound a little silly, but you don't know how deep that water could be. We're dealing with a pretty decent little cell just east of Stoughton right now in Dane County. The rest of us in Dane County, light green on that screen there, but that's essentially radar interference. The rest of us are staying dry right now. It's 69 degrees. That's after some areas saw more than 2 inches of rainfall over the last 24 hours. Winds from the northeast now 8 miles per hour. That's a signal that we're actually seeing that front dip a little bit further off to the south for the time being. In fact, the best chance for some drier and clearer weather finally makes its way back to the area as early as tomorrow night. However, prior to that, we actually see a return of that southerly wind flow pretty quickly as a warm front pivots further off to the north. And while we could see a few isolated rain showers overnight tonight to tomorrow morning, the main story will be the pervasive dry weather that we see throughout the morning and early afternoon tomorrow. Check this out, 66 degrees your temperature early tomorrow morning, right around 80 degrees, or 70 degrees rather, by 8 o'clock in the morning, though we do see temperatures near the 80-degree mark as early as our lunch hour. Partially sunny to mostly cloudy skies, southerly winds getting up to around 5, maybe 15 miles per hour, helping to propel temperatures higher. I'm anticipating an afternoon high temperature tomorrow of 82 degrees. Notice a few isolated rain showers and thunderstorms off to the north of us. We will stay primarily dry, that is up until late tomorrow night. Your evening commute home, more of that cloud cover. Temperatures 75 degrees at 6 o'clock, down to around 71 degrees by 8 p.m. Notice though, shower and thunderstorm activity off to the west of us. That represents the leading edge of a cold front that is going to push through our area throughout our Tuesday night. Now, there is a chance storms off to the west of us could generate damaging winds, large hail, similar situation to what we dealt with here at home this evening. However, by the time these storms begin to reach our area, see by midnight, most of them are much weaker. They're curling further off to the north, staying away from us, and any real threat of severe weather remaining well off to our northwest. You can see that too on the thread index to our northwest. Most of us under a marginal risk of severe weather, that 1 out of 5 on the thread index, though I wouldn't be surprised to even see this reduced by tomorrow with the types of those storms that we're going to be seeing. Wednesday, much cooler, clearer. 78 your high temperature. It will be cooler yet for your Thursday. Look at that, a high temperature of 69 degrees, but it'll be quite windy for our Thursday. Looking at quite the forecast. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, beautiful. 78 Wednesday, there's your 69 Thursday. Friday, a high temperature of 71 degrees. We'll kick off the next work week with a high, or weekend, I should say, with a high temperature of 75 on Saturday. Plenty of sunshine, beautiful weather as we kick off the weekend ahead.
So we had a viewer call who lives in the southwest corner of the state.
Yes.
We talked about this, and doesn't get the warnings until they're right over him because of the way the warnings are issued. Can you explain that really quickly?
Yeah, so unfortunately, if you live in like southern Grant County or southwestern Grant County, we can't break in the coverage for a severe thunderstorm warning that is over Iowa.
Right.
They're technically not our viewing area. So unfortunately, that viewer was talking about, he also watches, he gets Iowa channels as well. So if you do live in, say, the far western reaches of our area, watch those Iowa channels until those storms are getting a little bit closer. Once you have a warning for your exact location in our area, we can break into coverage and give you our details where those storms are heading in our area.
Good to know.
And another good reason to download the app.
Yes. Exactly.